For those of you who are new to this channel, my name is Shelly Kwiatkouski. I am the founder of Hot House Yoga in Ormond Beach, Florida. I wanted to start off today's sequencing with a comfortable seated position. And one of my favorite mudras is to place the right hand on the thigh, and it's going to be facing up, and then the left hand faces down. And for me, this is just a great mudra about getting connected and grounded at the same time, connected to my higher self, connected to you, connected to the world, connected to feel, and then being able to ground it while I'm practicing at the same time. I'm going to introduce you to one of my favorite sequences. We will be on our knees because we'll be doing Anjaneyasana asana. So if you need props of any sort, usually people like pillows or blankets. I know they have some of those little jellies that they can put their knees on, or you can also roll up your mat as well as an option. And the idea is to get lost in feel today and start learning the idea of being gentle with ourselves. And this will help us as well in developing coping skills. Okay? So with that said, let's take the right palm up and the left palm down. And just close your eyes or either draw your attention inward and begin to feel the subtleties of your own physical body. Now that could be through your breath, and it could also be through the tingling sensations of your skin. And on the next breath, we're going to start at the top of the mat in a forward fold, Uttanasana. And as you do this, I want to encourage you just to let your head hang. So a nice stretch could be grabbing your hands and elbows in the front. Also doing it from the back. However, make sure you relax your head so the chin is tucked into the chest. We're creating space within the physical body. Bending your knees can be very helpful as well. And if you've been practicing one of the other videos, and this is your second class, then you could also go to Gorilla, where you'll place your hands underneath your feet and start to stretch them out. Either way, all of us are going to breathe. Extending our fingertips out in front of us on the inhale. And on the exhale, we'll fold, bringing our chest and thighs closer together. Inhale, sweep the arms up towards the sky. Find the front body stretch as your palms touch, and maybe you even look at your thumbs. On your exhale, we'll fold. A gentle bend in the knees is always sweet. Inhale, we'll lengthen the spine. The right leg will come back. Let's just enjoy that stretch. The left leg will meet it. We'll come into high plank. We'll exhale all the way to the belly. Inhale into low cobra. And then exhale lower. Again, inhale into low cobra. And exhale lower. Pushing ourselves back into child's pose. As you do that, get your fire toes so they can get stimulated. Maybe your head comes in contact with the mat. Maybe you place the block underneath your head. You do want to feel this rounding in your back body. And on the next breath, downward facing dog. Walk your dog out. Again, we want to start to lengthen the hamstrings, the calves, the back body. And the arms are going to support us while the legs create the movement. And we'll inhale the right leg up. it'll come through to the top of the mat. Look forward. Now this time focus on that left leg, exaggerating the stretch through the back of the leg so you can start to feel it all the way through the arch of your foot. The left foot's going to meet the right. Forward fold. Inhale, we'll lengthen the spine. Exhale, full chest to thighs. Inhale, sweep your arms up nice and high. Look up, palms up. And exhale, fold. Maybe you're feeling like your legs are starting to open up a little bit and you take a little less bend in the legs this time. Inhale, lengthen. The left leg will come back. And the right leg will meet it. High plank. This time we'll take a knees, chest, chin. So lower the knees, the chest, and the chin. Go right into low cobra. As you lower the chin back down, this time engage your toes. Child's pose. Lean back, strong arms this time. Make your transition right into downward facing dog. A little bit more core stimulation. And we'll walk the legs out just to be on the safe side. The right leg's going to come up. You're going to come through for Anjaneyasana. Lower the left knee down to the ground as you sweep your arms up. Now, as your arms go up towards the sky, keep softening into the left thigh bone. Maybe you even press the left shin into the mat at the same time as you start to open yourself up. Everybody breathe. On the next breath, your hands come down to the mat. Fire toes on your left foot. Just lean back. Now push the right heel into the mat. Think about keeping your feet nice and flexed. And that should stimulate all the muscles in the back of your leg at the same time. I like fire toes. It'll keep me from waddling when I get older. And we'll come back to center. Now from here, I'd like you to pull your left heel in. And as you pull it in, turn it so that it goes towards the right side of the room. So you'll come into warrior two on your knees. So take the left arm up like you're helicoptering. Here we are. The right knee is going to turn out. Lean forward if it feels good. Peaceful warrior. The left hand will come down to the mat. The right arm is going to come up and over. So maybe you look up towards the sky or towards the floor. Two great options. The direction you look in says a lot about how you're feeling. So turn the knee towards the baby toe. Ooh, that should feel good. Side angle stretch. The right hand is going to come to the top of the mat. It'll go to the inside of the foot. The left arm comes up. And then again, look towards the ceiling or towards your feet. If you're looking towards your feet, then push your knee towards the baby toe. Come back to warrior two on your knees. Now one more time. The left foot's going to be fire toes. Your right arm goes towards out in front of you. The left arm's going to go behind you. Reach for the heel of your back foot as your arm comes up. Now you're reaching for a back bend. Make sure the right leg stays turned out. So maybe the right hand stays down to support the stretch. You look up. Collarbone goes up a little bit higher. We'll reach the right arm back up. It's going to come forward to the top of the mat, and so is the left arm. Now straighten your right leg. A big breath in, and a big breath out. The left arm will come up. Look towards the ceiling. Now this left arm is going to thread underneath the right arm. The left ear comes to the mat. The right arm goes forward, out in front of you, spider fingers. Now roll onto the back of your head. And as you do that, start to slide your right leg in towards you, bending your knee so you get a bigger stretch through the lower back. 5 breaths. On your next breath, extend your right leg back out. Just glide it away from you. The right hand comes to your nose. Press yourself up so you can release the left hand. Now lean back. You're going to slide to the inside of the left foot. Take your right elbow. Now, you can either place the right elbow on a block in front of your knee. You can place the right elbow all the way down and rest your head on it. The left arm's going to come up. Now, maybe it comes up and it goes over and it touches the foot. Maybe it just stays up towards the sky because we're trying to get a stretch through the side body at the same time. So just take a big breath in and see if you can exaggerate that stretch so you can get into the QL. A big breath in and a big breath out. You're doing great. So much new stuff happening right now. Let's release. From here, this left foot's going to meet the right foot. We'll square ourselves off on our mats. Maybe you shake your legs out a little bit. We're going to do some core. So think about your spine being at a 45-degree angle. Your legs can be soft or they can be strong. They can be very firmly grounded. You're going to open up your arms. Now, as you open up your arms, you'll squeeze your elbows together, and then you will release them. And you'll squeeze them together, and you'll release them. Now, we're going to do this a couple of times. The idea is you got to pull your belly button in and up as you're doing it. And then check in with yourself. Can you keep your bandhas engaged and your breath moving while you're still getting stimulated in the upper body? And we'll layer on as we open up the arms, and then you're going to twist towards the left side of the room. Imagine you're trying to get your elbow to touch the floor, and then come back up. Bring everything together, and then open it up. Twist it and take it to the other side. Come back up, pull it in. Just keep repeating this action over and over and over. That's the whole idea. Now, how fast you go is up to you. How many you do is up to you. But try to make sure you do this part, because I know if you're not, come back to center on the last one. We'll extend our arms out, and we're going to roll back nice and slow onto our backs. Then from here, come into bridge pose. So place your feet on the floor, elbows on the mat, lift your hips up. Now walk your elbows closer towards the heels of your feet at the same time. And keep working on elevating the hips up towards the sky. Now let's do that by making the arms do as much work as possible, so that the collarbone goes closer towards the chin. Ideally, you want the weight in the heels of your feet to feel some stimulation in your quadricep muscles, but primarily a stretch through the front body. We'll pull the knees in, so descend the tailbone back down to the ground, pull your knees in, give yourself a big hug. Now I know I have some flyers in this group, so handstanders, roll 3 times, hold your handstand. For others, we're going to grab the backs of our thighs and we're going to roll. We're going to use this as an opportunity to get that spine nice and stimulated. We're all going to meet in downward facing dog. So walk your dog back out. Then come into high plank. Let's layer on with an up dog now, or a high plank, a low plank, an up dog, and then a downward facing dog. Getting ready to do the other side. Start to feel grounded in your hands and your feet. It's so important not to skip the part where you start to notice that there's a shift within you, so that we can continue to further that journey inward. We'll inhale the left leg up. It comes through to the top. Right knee is going to come down to the ground. Anjaneyasana, arms up. Keep working on now the right thigh bone and see if you can soften that. Remember how we talked about it earlier, pressing the right shin into the mat at the same time. Really helps elevate the core and get us more stimulated. Keep reaching, reaching, reaching. The hands are going to come down to the mat. Fire toes on the right foot this time. We'll lean back. Sit on that foot so that you can wake it up. Did you know your brain is in your big toe? I know. That will be the secret to the universe today, by the way. Press the left heel into the mat. Let the toes come all the way back. A big breath in and a big breath out. We're going to lean forward again. Walk those fingertips forward. Bend into that left leg. Now, as you pull this heel in, I'm a real advocate for that because it keeps the knee protected. You rotate. You rotate on that foot over towards the left side of the room so that you start to open up. From here, you'll come into Warrior Two. Open up the torso. Make sure that that left leg is turned out. Now lean forward like we talked about earlier. The right hand comes down. Your left arm is going to come all the way up towards the sky. And you can always swing it up over your head as well. And then look towards the ceiling. Can you soften? That left leg is going to keep turning out. Have it go towards the baby toe. Side angle stretch. The left arm is going to come forward. Bring it to the inside of the knee. Now if you've chosen your gaze to go down, make sure you're pushing that knee towards the baby toe. If your gaze is going up, exaggerate the opening more through the chest and less through the arm. Go a little bit deeper. Coming into Warrior Two on your knees. This time the left arm comes forward, the right arm goes back. Fire toes on your right foot. Reach back with the right hand. Start to reach that left arm up towards the sky so you can go into the back bend. Let that left arm go behind you. Have your shoulder open so that it follows it. That left leg's going to get tricky. That's not unusual. Everybody soften. Last breath. That left arm comes forward, down to the mat. The right arm is going to meet it. Straighten your front leg. Catch your breath if you need to. And the right arm is going to come up. That right arm is going to thread underneath the left. The right ear comes to the mat. Tuck the chin into the chest. As you roll onto the back of your head, your leg is naturally going to come closer towards you. Have that knee go towards the elbow or your armpit. You can use this left arm out in front of you, beside you, behind you. What I love about the practice is the creativity in it. Now pull your belly button in and up to make a little bit more room. Let your lower back go. And on the next breath, slide that left hand back in. Slide your left leg out. The strength of your left arm releases the right. Those two meet. You'll swing to the inside of your right foot. You'll lower yourself down on the ground. Left elbow goes to the inside of the foot. The right arm comes up. And then you reach all the way over. Personally, I love there's an opening through the front body. That's what I'm seeking. And what's so great about this practice is for each of us, it should look different because our needs are different. And I'm going to look up. I'm going to press my left elbow into my thigh bone and see if I can get a little bit further into that QL. One more breath. Reach, 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 reach beyond the toes if you'd like. And then slowly backing out of it. The right foot's going to meet the left. Adjust yourself on your mat. And one more time, a few more core poses just to get us sort of warmed up. We'll roll onto our backs, air chair. So you're going to press your hands into your knees, and your knees are going to resist, right? This is like an internal battle we all struggle with. Do I live in my head? Do I live in my heart? Do I live in my head? Do I live in my heart? I highly recommend the heart. And just enjoy that feeling of pulling your belly button in and up, but feeling grounded in your tailbone. We'll interlace our fingers behind our head. Now you can wrap your elbows in, press the back of your head in if you like, and then we'll cycle a few times. Now how big you go, how long you do it, how fast you do it, it's all up to you. I'm kind of an isometric girl. I like to feel all the movements happening at the same time. I'm the same way with food. Just make sure you're breathing and that your mind isn't anywhere else but here. Pull the belly button in and up. Then come back to center. As you lower your head down, grab the blades of your feet, happy baby. Widen your sit bones. Draw the tailbone towards the top of your mat. Press the back of your head in. We're getting ready to go into final savasana. So let's do another bridge. You're going to place your feet on the floor. Press your elbows into the mat. And then again, we're going to lift up towards the sky. So it starts with the tailbone. Walk your elbows in. Maybe your hands can reach for the heels of your feet. If you're feeling like you need a little more, maybe you slap your hands underneath you. Support it. Hey, I know you've all got props. Blankets, pillows, all kinds of good stuff. So enjoy the stretch. One more big breath in. Oh, that feels so good. And then slowly release your hands out from underneath you. Let's just let the knees kiss. Feel your scapulas underneath you and your arms out to your sides. So maybe the palms could come down and you could relax a little bit. We'll extend the left leg out in front of us, pull the right knee in. We'll interlace the fingers over the knee, give it a nice tight squeeze. This is Henry. Henry is 8 years old. He's a rescue. No, I don't know what kind of breed he is. Extend your right arm out. And then from here, find a spine twist. So the right knee will go over towards the left side of the room. It's more important, they say, from what I've been taught, that the shoulder stays closer towards the ground and that the knee stays more elevated than the other way, where the knee goes down but the arm comes up. So find a happy medium. You can always take your gaze towards your right hand. It changes the dynamics of your experience. And we'll come back to center. Pull that knee in again, nice and tight. And we'll release the right leg down. We have the other leg to do, so pull the left knee in. And then interlace your fingers over the left knee. And we'll take the left knee over towards the right side of the room. Get a nice stretch. We can look towards Henry. For me, that's the left side. For you, it's the left side too. One more big breath here. And we'll release. Bring your left leg back to center. Pull it in nice and tight. Oh, such a good squeeze. And we'll release both our arms and legs down for final Savasana. There is a secret to final Savasana. There's the physical part where you let your feet fall open and your arms come out to your side and you release that excess tension that's held within the physical body. And then there is the part where you can set your soul free. And exploring that. And in order to set the soul free, it's important to breathe in through the nose and out. So while you're lying down in final Savasana, go ahead and take your right hand and place it on your heart. And your left hand, and you can place it on your belly. And draw your attention inward, even further. Grateful for this new day, its beauty and its light, and a chance to begin again. May we all be freed from yesterday's limitations, and today may we be reborn. Shanti, 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 peace, peace, peace. From my heart to yours, namaste. And woof, have a great day.